Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. If you love gripping, dramatic stories filled with betrayal, revenge, and shocking twists, you're in the right place. Today's story is intense. It's about love, betrayal, and a husband's ultimate comeback after his cheating wife demands a divorce. Stick around till the end because you won't believe how this one turns out. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a new story. Now, let's dive in. Jake and Sarah had once been the perfect love story. They met in college, an instant spark igniting between them. Sarah was lively, adventurous, and full of dreams, while Jake was ambitious, steady, and deeply devoted to her. Their relationship blossomed, filled with late-night conversations, road trips, and promises of forever. After graduation, they built their life together. Jake landed a stable job in finance, and Sarah pursued her passion for interior design. Their wedding was a dream, white roses, a stunning beachfront ceremony, and vows whispered with pure love in their eyes. For the first few years, their marriage was filled with happiness. They traveled, laughed, and supported each other through life's ups and downs. But over time, things changed. Sarah grew restless. She wanted more excitement, more passion, something beyond the predictable rhythm of married life. Jake, busy building a future for them, often worked late, unknowingly creating a distance between them. Sarah began spending more time with new friends, going out more often, dressing differently, and paying less attention to Jake. At first, he brushed it off, believing it was just a phase. Then came the secrecy. The hushed phone calls, the unexplained weekend getaways with her friends, the new gym membership despite never being interested in fitness before. Jake noticed, but he didn't want to believe it. Until the night everything fell apart. One evening, Sarah sat across from Jake at the dinner table, her eyes darting nervously, fingers drumming against the wood as she hesitated before speaking. "I want a divorce." Jake felt his stomach drop. He had suspected something was wrong for months, but hearing it spoken out loud still felt like a knife to the heart. "Why?" he asked, keeping his voice even. Sarah sighed dramatically, as if she were the victim here. I don't love you anymore. I've felt trapped for a long time, Jake. I need to find myself." Jake studied her face, waiting for the real reason. And then, as if on cue, her phone buzzed. She scrambled to silence it, but he had already seen the name, Mark. His jaw clenched. "Is that what this is about? You've been cheating on me." Sarah's eyes widened, but she quickly composed herself. "Don't make this ugly, Jake. It just happened. Mark understands me in ways you never did." Jake felt a wave of anger rise in his chest, but he forced himself to stay calm. He took a deep breath, staring at the woman he once loved but now barely recognized. "If that's what you want," he said quietly. "Fine. I'll sign the papers." Sarah blinked, caught off guard by his lack of reaction. She had expected rage, begging, maybe even a dramatic argument. Instead, Jake simply stood up, collected his keys, and walked out the door. What Sarah didn't know was that Jake had been preparing for this moment. He had suspected her infidelity for months, and he wasn't about to let her walk away unscathed. The next few weeks were an absolute nightmare for Sarah. At first, she was elated, spending her time with Mark, believing she had finally found herself. But her excitement quickly turned to confusion when she realized that Jake wasn't just rolling over like a fool. First, the house, her house, was no longer hers. Jake had made sure of that. She had been too careless to notice that the mortgage was in his name, and before she could even argue, he had sold the property. Then, the finances. Jake had quietly moved all his assets into a private account long before she even mentioned divorce. Every credit card she tried to use was suddenly declined. The comfortable lifestyle she thought she was walking into. Gone. Mark, who had once been so sweet and charming, started pulling away. It turned out he wasn't as interested in a broke, divorced woman as he was in sneaking around behind another man's back. Within a month, he dumped her for someone new. Desperate, Sarah reached out to Jake. The same man she had betrayed was now the only one who could save her. "Jake, please," she begged over the phone. "I made a mistake. I don't know what I was thinking." Jake smiled, but there was no warmth in it. "Oh, I know exactly what you were thinking, Sarah. You thought the grass was greener. Turns out, it was just artificial turf. Please, she whispered, her voice breaking. I have nowhere to go. You made your choice, Jake said coldly. Now live with it. With that, he hung up, leaving Sarah to drown in the consequences of her own betrayal. Revenge had never tasted so sweet. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more gripping tales of betrayal, revenge, and unexpected twists. Hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. And let us know in the comments, what would you have done in this situation? We love hearing your thoughts. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.